Hi, I'm Mrs. J, and these are your Commerce Exam Nuggets, Lesson Number 9, Balance of Trade and Payments. Before we begin, here are a few things you will need: a pen or pencil, notebook and calculator, and your thinking cap. Here are our objectives for today's nugget. Now let's do a quick recap of international trade. Here's our definition that we learned. It's the import and export of goods or services between two countries. We also made a distinct difference between our visibles and our invisibles of import and export. Today, we're going to look at the balance of trade, balance of payments, and whether those balances are favorable or adverse. The balance of trade. This is known as our visible balance because we take our visible export, our goods sold, and subtract our visible import, which are the goods that we bought from another country. Then there's our balance of payment. The formula is total exports minus our total imports, or we take our balance of trade and add or subtract our invisible balance. Now we must note the invisible balance, which are our services, is the invisible export minus the invisible import. And our balance of payments, that calculation also includes our current account balances and the capital account balances. Now, our balance of trade or payment can be favorable or adverse. If it's favorable, our exports exceeded our imports and it resulted in a surplus. If it's adverse, our imports exceeded our exports and it resulted in a deficit. So let's practice. You're going to need a calculator. Let's suppose our visible exports were $100,000 and our visible import was $70,000. What would our balance of trade be? Of course, $30,000 surplus, and that means our balance will be favorable. Now let's take a look at the balance of payments. If our total export was $600,000 and our total import was $750,000, then our balance of payments would be a $150,000 deficit, which means it's an adverse balance. Wow! Look at that, it's just that simple. I want to thank you for watching. And remember, with God, virtually anything is possible.